was able to. But for today, I have something a little different. I've been going through some of my family's pictures. And I've had these for a while. Again, they've gone with me through so many moves, and unfortunately I've lost some of them to humidity and floods, but I've been keeping all of these as a record. Now these are actually my family pictures. They've been kept by my family. They're my family members, my ancestors, and some of them I've met, like my grandmother, and my is a great aunt, so my grandmother's sister. But some of them, they're really old. They are from the early 1900s. A lot of them don't have dates, but you will see that they are old. And I've been keeping them because I think they are such an important record of the past, and I find it so interesting to see like a glimpse into the lives of the people that lived in different times. So I wanted to share them with you, and I hope that you find them interesting. And if not, I hope that you're able to just put on some headphones, lay down on your bed, and slowly, very slowly, drift off to sleep. So, let's get started, shall we? I don't have these in any particular order, but I think the larger ones are the older ones. Except for this one, so I'm gonna put this one apart, and I'm gonna take these other ones as well. And so let's get started with oh, they're very dusty. And I apologize for them. They're very dusty, but they are old. This one, you can see that it's been stuck somewhere in some sort of picture book, not by me. But you can see the decay, right? You can see the decay on the picture. I think this is a great picture. Doesn't he look so stoic and serious? I find that everyone used to look so serious before. And let's be real, we're all adults. We know we don't know everything, but back then it's like they knew. I actually think this is my grandfather's father, but I don't know much about him. Sadly, it has been tore there, not by me. But I also love how back then everyone always wore suits, and we're gonna see that in the other pictures. Let me put that there. Okay, so moving forward. So this lady right here, there's no date, unfortunately. But this is cardboard, and apparently this is how pictures were presented, I guess. Not always, but I guess there were a more rare occurrence, to take a picture back then. So this lady, I don't know if you can see her that well. This lady, I love. You can still see some detail in her dress. And I think I have another picture of her. I am not sure, but I believe this is my grandmother's mother. So she's my great grandmother. I absolutely love there's all of these on my Blanco, I think that is the photography study. Then it says Dayman 88. I have no idea what that means. And then Montevideo, that is my city. So that is the city that I live in today. And so way back when someone was doing these portraits in my city, which I don't know, is it just me that finds this kind of stuff so interesting and compelling? I don't know. I just, the way things were done in the past was great. And you can see here, you can see some of the detail of where the cardboard has been raised, to have a little effect, engraving effect. Okay, now moving on. I don't know why they're upside down, but anyway. So this is another picture that has sadly seen its fair share of decay, as you can see. But I love this one. I love this one because of the there's some glare, but you can see kind of like the fashion of the time and the detail on the dress, right? It looks like it's kind of a slip with some lace, embroidered lace on top, and it has sort of an empire waist here, and her hair, she's it's kind of half up with some curls and a little hairband, and she looks so serious, right? I guess that's how pictures were taken back then, but she has a set behind her. I think these were like photography backgrounds, and then they would set the furniture on it with some flowers. And she has gloves on that cover her entire arm up until the kind of 3/4 sleeve or half sleeve. And yeah, this is such a great picture. Again, it's set in cardboard, and it says fotografía relámpago. So relámpago, that's like I think that's like lightning, like in a flash, like fast. Uruguay 252. I think that might be the street and the number, and Montevideo again. That is my city, as you can see. And in this one, we don't have the date, but we do have this lovely note, and it says Pedro and Lola, and those were some of my grandmother's siblings. Lola is my great aunt that I got to know a lot, and I absolutely loved her. So it says Otilia, that's the lady's name, Otilia, dedicates this memory, or this, I don't know, gift, remembrance to her sisters and nieces and nephews, and sends kisses from Otilia. So I don't think this might be Otilia, or this might be Otilia's daughter, or someone related to Otilia, and they were sending pictures to the rest of the family. You know how sometimes you would send pictures of your kids to the rest of the family? Well, I think this is what that is. And again, I absolutely love this picture. The details. Look at that. Look at the couch. Look at those flowers. I'm pretty sure we don't have a date either. But I guess you can tell it's from a similar date. And this lady, she is again. You can tell that there is a backdrop behind her. You can see like the edge of it here, and then there's these ornamental flower stand that she's leaning on. And again, does this not remind you of like Titanic? The movie, the clothing from there. So that era, I think that type. She has a dress or a skirt underneath these lovely overcoat. She has a little ruffles on her neck from her undershirt, I guess, and her hair's all done up. I'm gonna assume that this hair, because of the volume, I'm sure it comes down to like her butt or something. She has a nice small earring, and she's standing there again, very stoic. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up, but yeah, and I wonder what color this was. Probably like a cream. I'm not sure. But yeah, and then I don't think the camera's picking it up, but there's a lot of detail in the cardboard again that is raised to create kind of like a frame for the picture, and it says Griselda's portrait. So I don't know where this was taken, but again, just the craftsmanship of how things were made back then. I know right now we don't even print our pictures, right? I hardly do, so again, yeah, we don't have any dates here. Again, this is cardboard. And we have also the raised frame in the cardboard with all these little details and kind of like flourishes. And look at her. She looks like such an interesting person, doesn't she? Her face, her attitude, her expression, I don't know. Again, she has the very voluminous updo. I'm sure again that I think they didn't really cut their hair short until later in the century, I guess. But you can see this one I really like, because you can actually see so much detail in her clothes, right? So check it out. She has a lace collar. She has a necklace that she's holding with her hand. She has on white gloves and a bracelet on it. Then she has these kind of like overshirt, and I'm pretty sure you can tell that she's wearing some sort of corseting, right? It looks like she's wearing some sort of corseting. Coming down here, look at those sleeves. This is all embroidered lace. And then if you look really closely there, that's kind of like her elbow. I don't know, it looks like she has some mesh or something that's covering what's outside of her gloves. And then she has this beautiful skirt, and again you can also tell that there are different layers, that there's an under layer, and then on top of that there's also some embroidered lace. Gorgeous, and her posture windows, everything. Again, you can tell that there is a backdrop and some interesting. This is like I think this is another plant stand, but they didn't add a plant. And this, I have no idea what this is. It looks kind of weird. Maybe like a screen to separate things. And then down here, yeah, look, that's all. I don't know if that's mold. I'm gonna wash my hands, don't worry. It says, I think it's an, is it a K or an F? Feliciani or Feliciani. Suddenly, 342. Suddenly, that's the name of a street in my city. So again, local, homegrown photography from the early 1900s. And I'm amazed they've kept so well, because these were either stuck on some photography book or just kept in a box, which, you know, they haven't really been preserved. That's why I want to scan them all and start uploading them, maybe in an Instagram page, and maybe people who have more of these pictures, they can start doing the same thing. Okay, so this is a smaller one. We don't have a date again, but it says I have no idea what this says. I can't read cursive. It's just that I don't know. It's a little faded. You can see again from the back all of these engravings. You know, creating the frame. And it is very interesting. Let me show you. All the different shapes. I don't really understand all of them. And look at her, this lady. I don't know who she is, but I don't think that she really wanted to be there. That doesn't look like she wanted to be there, does it? There you go. This is more of a portrait, you know, not a full body picture. And she's wearing again her updo, with flowers in her hair, and she's wearing this very delicately decorated shirt with a large long pendant. I mean, you can't see the pendant, you can only see the chain for it. And it says Fotografía Salazar Minas. Oh, okay. So that's what it says in the back. It says Salazar, I guess. And Minas, that is both a street and a state in my country and in my city. So yeah. This is really interesting, you know, now that I look at it. Look. Oh, now I see what this is. Okay. So doesn't this look this is very horse themed. I wonder if that's just something that you selected, or if it's related to her, like, you know, like maybe she liked horses, or her family had horses. And then there's a very intricate little frame all around. Sadly, it's all stained, but there's a lot. There's even grass. I mean, it's so intricate. Okay. Again, more pictures. How about this one? This one, it looks a bit mysterious, right? Because she's kind of faded in and out of the picture. She has really pointy ears. Again, I don't know who this is, but look at that. She has this very big, intricate brooch. Looks to be either black or maybe navy. And another one, more like not diamonds, but you know, other brilliant stones as a clasp, I guess, for her ruffled neck. The neck of her dress. She has, again, I'm so surprised by her pointy ears. She kind of looks a little elven, doesn't she? And her hair, it's in a bun, but there's curls there. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, and it's interesting how she just, it's kind of like a specter, right? She's there, but she's not. And this one, you can see, this one was actually made in Madrid. Madrid, Albiach, Puerta del Sol 14, so that would be a street, I'm pretty sure. And that means Sun Gate. Ooh, look, we have so much more information on this one. Sadly, it looks like this was at some point stuck somewhere in a book or something, and some of it is gone. But look at that, look at that. And says they've won awards. They've been in first place in several expositions, photography expositions, and I like it because it doesn't say which ones. And look at the phone number. The phone number was just 852. I'm sure everywhere now we have phone numbers that are a lot longer than that, so yeah. And it says, in testimony of affection and love, dedicating this something, I'm guessing picture or memory, to my beloved brothers Antonio and Isolina. That's a name I haven't heard before. And it's signed Dolores. Dolores, that's a very common name. Actually, my aunt, her name, we called her Lola, but her full name was Dolores, and that means, in Spanish, it means pains. But it is such a common name. And this, yeah, such a special picture, I think. I also love the, it's got kind of a gold foil there. That's a super fancy. I think this is probably the fancier one of them all, because also it comes from Madrid, so it must have been sent over via mail. Now, this one, I think this is the most impressive one. Look at this gentleman. Look at them. I'm gonna bring down the ring light a little. Look at this classy gentleman. in some army or some war. Look at his uniform, and he has a sword. It's a pity that it's so faded. And then there are these two guys standing next to him. I'm gonna assume these are brothers. I don't have any information other than this picture, but I'm going to assume these were probably brothers or associates. But look at that beard and that suit. I also really like how this guy, again, it doesn't look like he wants to be there, because it feels like arms crossed is such a relaxed position for a picture at the time. So maybe he was a rebel. What do you guys think? He was a rebel, like the black sheep of the family. And this is all conjecture. I have no idea how these people are again. He has like a handlebar mustache. Yeah, but it's so decayed. It's so decayed. Then down here it says Alberto Pixio. Yeah, Pixio. Yes. And this was made in my city, in the street called San Jose or Saint Joseph in Montevideo, but we don't have the date again. We just know that they are old. Now, this one again is very faded, and I'm just noticing it looks like hold on, let me see if the glare isn't. It looks like someone drew on this lady's head with like a pen. That's so weird. But this one, it looks like it was taken in someone's interior yard. You know how they would have kind of like, I don't know if it's a greenhouse or a conservatory, I don't know, but you have this fern that isn't looking very, very healthy, to be honest. A lot of the leaves are gone. And then we have two young boys. So obviously I'm gonna guess this boy is older than this boy, because this boy has long pants and this boy has short pants with long stockings. You can see. And then there are some people there, and then this is probably grandma. I wonder who defaced her hair, her picture. And it's super weird. It looks like, in those horror movies where people are kind of being hunted by a ghost and you can't really see their face. I don't know if you can see it, but it's so blurry. Her face is so blurry, and her hair has been like painted on with a pen. And in the back you can see there's the people in the back. Some of them, they're not even looking at the camera. These two are talking with each other or smiling at each other. And these two, they are posing, of course, but isn't this an interesting picture composition as well? Because they are in the middle, sort of, they're a bit off center. And then we have these, there's like a sort of palm in the background. And the fern, this really like ratty fern, because it's not a full fern. And here there's some climbing plant, and they're sitting on wooden chairs. This is like a little bench, and these are planters. And again, it's super faded. There's nothing on the back, and we do have a simple design for a frame, but it's also kind of engraved, and this is all cardboard again as well. these were mailed. As you can see in the dedications, these were mailed to family members as a memento, as a keepsake. These pictures, they're the same. It looks like a copy was made, but you can tell even from here, from the camera, that this one is a lot brighter, and some of her features were blown out. And I think this is what would be like Photoshop of the time, right? Because you can't see, you know it's the same person, but you can't see all the facial details in this one, while you can see them in this one. So I think this is super interesting, because I guess this is the original, and this was probably requested as like putting a filter on. Check out her eyes. They are super blurry, right? Because it's so blown out by the light. Now this, I am pretty sure that this is my great aunt. I usually can tell her apart because of her features, you know, her nose, her strong brow. She lived to be 105, and we were close. She was such a lovely person. She was always so positive and happy. And yeah, again, no date for this one. This one, I'm gonna assume it's not that old, in the scale of things. Maybe, I don't know what, 50s, 1950s. And you can see her pearls. She has a string of pearls around her neck, like 3 strings of pearls, and a cluster of hanging pearls, and her updo, of course. Yeah, she was also very independent. She worked most of her life. Okay, let's see this one. There are 3 pages in this one, but they are blank. You see? I think we saw this lady in another of the pictures. Which one was her? No, that's not her. Is that her? No. I suspect that these are my grandmother's parents. This may have been their wedding, I'm not sure. And look at the beautiful dress. She has a veil. I am pretty sure this may have been a wedding picture. Look at this guy. I mean, he's wearing white gloves as well as kind of a tux. He has a very raised collar with, I think that's a bow tie, a white bow tie, and he has like a handlebar mustache that's pointed up. And she has a very, very intricate, delicate dress. This looks to be taken outside. You see, this looks like sunlight reflecting through the leaves of the trees. So this is outside photography as opposed to the ones that we saw before, where they had a background. Yeah, she's holding a fan. She has a fan in her hands, you know, to fan herself. She looks pretty happy. He's kind of out of it, but again, stoic, the stoic men of the time. And yeah, I don't have a lot of, I don't know what this says. Kind of looks like it says Artigas, which is a place here, and this seems to be written in pencil. So if this is early 1900s, how I'm amazed at how this has survived so well. Oh, okay, look, I found something. Oh, amazing, I hadn't seen this. So this really is a wedding picture. Look, it says marriage this very serious language. Marriage performed February 28th, 1908 in the, what is that, salon in Canelones. So that's another place. So this is a wedding picture from 1908. But that, I mean, let that sink in, right? So this picture is over 100 years old. Just amazing, just fantastic. Okay, and the last one for today's batch, I think I'm going to do a second batch for the newer pictures. And I mean, we'll see if anyone is interested, but I think I'm going to do a second batch for the other pictures, the newer ones. And a second video, sorry. This is another, I'm pretty sure this is another wedding picture because she's wearing a veil and a little flower crown. And he's also wearing, that very high collar and little bow, a bow tie. Is this the same guy? It kind of, doesn't it look like the same guy? No, they're very similarly styled, I guess. Am I uncovering some sort of scandal in my family, maybe? Because this picture, I do know what this picture is. So it says, to her beloved brothers, Pedro and Lola, these were the same that were addressed in that picture from Otilia. We dedicate this humble remembrance January 1st, 1917. Julia C. Alfaro de Mesa. So Alfaro, that was my grandmother's maiden name. So yeah, she's probably one of my great aunts. There were I don't know, I think there were 10 of them. And my grandmother was the youngest one of the siblings. And my great aunt was the older one, and they had 10 years apart. There are a lot of others that I didn't meet because they passed away before I was born. But check that out. 1917. Another wedding picture. This is inside. Again, I believe we have a backdrop and a gorgeous rug. And look at her dainty little feet in her white shoes. She's also carrying a little bag, and her lace, her veil is embroidered, and it's been put up in something. She's also wearing glasses. This is the first time I've seen at least a lady wearing glasses. You can see a little purse there. Yeah, and this again was made in my city, Montevideo, 18 de Julio. That's a street here, that's an avenue. 1462. Baselli looks to be the person, the photographer, and again, very intricate, detailed leaves and frame all around the cardboard. And look at that! Look at the detail in that chair, kind of like a throne that he is sitting in. Look at that carving of the wood. It's just. She also has a little fan. She's also holding a little fan. She has a brooch with flowers similar to the one that she has on her head. Yeah, amazing. Such those were the really, really, really vintage family pictures that I had. And then we're gonna move on to the newer ones, but I'm gonna do another video for them, so that it isn't too long. So stay tuned for the rest of the pictures, and I can give you a very quick sneak peek. But you're not gonna get to see those yet. What you can see now is this. So this, I am so sad that it's broken, but this. And so check it out. This is Optica Fotografia Lapiceras. That means this is optometry, photography, and pens. Elegance in glasses. And the lady has glasses on. It says, to those who consider that a good look is as important as seeing well, we invite them to examine our new glasses, line of modern glasses. And you can see there. And then it says new photographic laboratories. It says it's an ad. Look, it says it's an ad. It says they're recently opened and equipped with the most modern machinery equipment. And just developing, printing, how do you say, enlargements, reductions of pictures, special developing for fine grain pictures, commercial pictures, and they would go to your house, photography in-house for parties and gatherings. And these were work of the highest technique abilities. But what I also found very funny about this, you can see here they are developing pictures, but also that it says here that they are ex-employees of Eduardo Brusone. So I'm not sure who Eduardo Brusone was, but he may have been a very, very well-known photographer. And these guys, they learned from him, and then they opened their own shop, and now they were advertising that. And this here, this is another ad. This is a mechanical pencil that you could click. It was 3 pesos and 75 cents, and it's completely built from nickel bronze. It's eternal, it says. And then it says, they can make a new, larger portrait from an old one. Check that out. Check this guy. And then check this guy. From any picture, blurry or deteriorated, we can make clear enlargements. Also, pictures from from a group of people, they can isolate one, modify their dress, their hair, etc., and modernizing them. For that, we have installed the most modern equipment in the country, which helps us provide amazing results. So this, what I was talking about, this is early Photoshop. They will literally restore deteriorated pictures, and like remove someone. That's so cool. That's so cool. In here, we have, look at this. These, it's like, oh, sorry about was printed and hung on the wall. This is a lady, and I'm pretty sure it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's from this set because of her clothes, or maybe it's from, where was it? So yeah, it broke, which is very, very sad, but there it is. And then we also have all of these other negatives. This one, oh yeah, you can see them much better. This is a little guy in a tricycle. Look at that. Let me see. So this one, as I was saying, this is three ladies and some babies and kids. What else do we have? So this is like a picture. It looks like a balcony. I don't know if you can see them, but there are so many of them. Yeah. So I am going to admit that my family over the years have been a bit have had some hoarding tendencies, and that's why we have all of these right now. But so that was the first batch. So these were definitely early 1900s. I would say 1900s to maybe 1920s. Different pictures from my ancestors and family members, and we have this other batch of pictures that we will be seeing in the next video. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time.